Wake up.
Big tune.
Feel it.
Love that song.
I know. This was a
song.
2019
And it's going to be
tune.
my 2020 song.
Okay.
I swear to you, this song, every day I listen to it. Every day.
It's a good place to start your day.
So every year, a lot of people, like myself, end up making the same resolutions that we did the year before because, let's get real, there's a thing called New Year's fever. We're hot for the first couple months, hot and spicy.
Yeah.
And then by February, we just momentum. So here to help us move forward and be consistent to 2021 and beyond, our third K of the morning. She's no stranger.
Yeah, she's a big ups, Crystal.
Yeah.
Okay, you know, K sign language. No, that's K sign language.
Well, which one look more like a K?
Yeah, I think it's like this.
K.
It's not up. I thought it was up. Okay, I'm learning.
Good morning.
Good morning, my darling.
Good morning. Thank you for
Happy New
having
Year.
me. Happy New Year to you
It's great
too.
to see you.
Thank you.
I mean, I see you everywhere else.
Oh Lord God.
Social
I haven't
media
seen you
is
here in a
rosy.
long time.
Are you telling me I need to take a small hiatus or something?
No, I haven't seen you here in a long
Okay.
time.
In other words, they miss
No,
you.
but that's true. And you know what? I looked at my social media recently and I realized for the last 2 years, this is the third year, I start my year with something with smile. Either smile in the week or weekend smile.
Wonderful, and that's fantastic. We love having you. Okay, my first question to you. We're talking about time today in your segment, and I had the question before we even started. Where do you find the time, and how can I? Because I just cannot seem to find all this. I have the same amount of minutes that you have because it don't look so.
Yes.
It don't look
So that's a great place to start. If I look at people who have done exceptional things, like a Warren Buffett, who's a billionaire, and me, who I'm a billionaire in the making,
Yeah, girl.
what is it that he has that I don't have? So outside of the money, but he had to earn that. So when he started, what did he start with that I don't have? And I realized just about everything he had, I had, which is the same 1,440 minutes in the day. He made very critical decisions about what he would do with the 1440. So you heard Kamal talk in the last segment about reading 5 articles a day and becoming the expert in the field that he wants to dominate. That's the same approach that Warren would have had to take. I'm going to spend my time reading the 5 articles or whatever the thing was to make sure that he developed strong muscle in terms of knowledge and experience in investing or whatever it was that launched his financial career. So I have to ask myself, with my 1440, what am I prepared to do with it? And if I understand that I only have 1440 for each 24-hour cycle, then I become very, very judicious with how I use it. So there are some things that just cannot get into my calendar, and I've developed what I call panda principles. Now, I went to China, and it was an eye-opening experience for me, not just because of the cultural difference, but the story behind pandas. So pandas are native to China, and they are very, very peculiar about what they eat and what they drink. The bamboo has to be fresh bamboo. Like if the bamboo kind of stale and rotten,
Them give it
panda
shade.
not eating it,
Okay.
not eating the bamboo. If the water has a little bit of pollution in there, they're not drinking the water. They will starve themselves to death because the panda standards are so high
Oh, boy, you
about
see?
what gets into their panda body. They will dead, right?
Before them drink that
Before
lick
they
of
drink the
dirty
dirty
water.
water. No. Not like a dog who will just make do with what they see.
Oh, what's on the side of the road?
And so I thought to myself, these pandas figured it out. Now, clearly, I don't want to die for lack of not doing, but the clear principle here is you have to have standards about what gets into your body and, by extension, your life. So when I look at my 24 hours and my 1440, I have to say to myself, no, all right, I'm a panda. Yes, I am thirsty, and I would love to be able to do this, but if I look at the limited time I have and what the broader goal is, this doesn't meet the requirement right now. Maybe next week and maybe on the weekend, I can find some time and some luxury moments to do it, but at the critical moments where I don't have enough focus to spread and do all the things, I have to pick, using my panda principles, what gets inside my calendar. That also means asking myself if it is something that's important to do right now or if I can delay it. So I don't give myself a hard no, but I'm not right now, and push it down further on.
So how do you, and I thought about this just now, develop the muscle memory for success? Because reading 5 articles, no, just now when you're speaking, that's what came to mind, muscle memory for success. Reading 5 articles. What else should people do in 2020 to set themselves up for 2021 and beyond?
So the first thing I want to advise you on is how you review your 2019. So a lot of us are doing very poorly at looking back at the year before. We're either underestimating just how excellently we had done and made do with scarce resources and survived, or overestimating
And saying,
the
"Yeah, it
measure of
was
our
great."
success. Like, bap, 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 I didn't die, so I'm gonna be rich. So you have to be very, very measured and strategic about how you're looking back at your year. So at the end of every year, I do a life assessment program, and we sit and we go through under an umbrella. There's about 18 different areas, but 4 key quadrants. Your personal life, so that involves your relationships with your children, your spouse, your professional life, what it is you want to get done at work, or if you have a pet project that you haven't spent a lot of time on but is an additional stream of income that you need to drive some more focus on. Your finances. So you spoke earlier to Kenisha May. She revolutionized the way I looked at my finances. So I've started keeping my books and doing my receipting to account for every dollar that I spend. But what other financial goals do you have? Does it relate to investment? Does it relate to paying down your debt, going back to school, investing in property, whatever it is, breaking out what those goals are for your financial quadrant. And then your fitness, your health, wellness, physical, emotional well-being. How are you functioning in those areas? So if you look broadly at those 4, last year, what were you successful in? And if you looked at those quadrants, did the success match any of those? Because we've done fun things and we've done exciting things, but if you like, did that contribute to my Did this improve my financial life? Did this advance my relationships that I really want to build on? Did it impact me professionally? And then if the answer is no, fret not thyself. Self-compassion is a superpower for January. If you look back at the year and you say, you know, didn't deliver in the ways that mattered the most, then you use January now to strategize based on that clarity of vision. So it's about reviewing your year properly, repositioning as well. So when you realize that it didn't go how you wanted it to go, what am I prepared to do differently? And moving yourself into spaces where people are doing it differently or have done it differently and you can learn from them. One of the big things for me is that I love pasta. I love saucy things. Look here, and I'm now pairing with 2 vegans. So it's so hard for me to get my creamy stuff because they don't have milk and cheese, and so it's awkward if we're rolling and I want to stop somewhere and there's no food for them. I feel like a bad person, so I just go with them to their vegan place.
And so it's helpful.
And so 60 to 70% of my meals are now vegan meals. So I've moved myself in spaces that accommodate the behavioral shifts that I'm trying to achieve, rolling with people who have done things in better and different ways that I think could improve myself. And then you take the action. So you have to build out the kinds of routines and systems that allow you to consistently take the actions. Tracking, logging, gamifying the process is always good. So using checklists, that's why we like to tick things. It tells, oh, win. So 30-day challenges, 15-day challenges, group programs. Like if you have a book club, if you want to read more, join a club where people are reading 2-3 books per whatever. So it gets you to your goal and you can tick it as a win, and it releases your endorphins and the oxytocin and you feel super.
You have... Oh, a lie.
Yeah.
Oh no, we're done already.
Oh my gosh. it never...
I hope I got it like a big chunk
need a
of
segment
some of the ideas.
or a show.
It didn't even feel like we started, but them so
Yeah. Self-management strategies, Crystal Tomlinson.
Crystal, it's wonderful
and
to
if
have
you
you on
want, you can follow her on social media.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
She have most of these tips on social media,
yes.
guys. So if you really want to go over a lot of this, you can go and check her out.
At Crystal Tomlinson.
Yeah, we'll put
Facebook,
that up on
Instagram,
screen,
Twitter.
girl. Oh, we think. We'll be like that. What's up, come? We're ready for a break. We'll be right back.